So before I continue the story, I just want to quickly mention, like I said last time, I never thought that the restriction on the C and D routes would be lifted, so when I was sick last month, I started reading a bit ahead for myself, and as such, the first few parts in the C route will not be blind. And I actually looked at my save files. This is the one that I'm using for our playthrough on YouTube, and this one was the one where I was reading for myself, so as you can see, the point where I say it was chapter 2 at 1 in the afternoon. So everything before that point will not be blind, obviously, and from this point onward, everything will be blind once again. Like I said, I'm so glad that I did not read up on any more than this in this story. So with that being said, let's continue the story. Before he knew it, his consciousness was in the darkness once again. He was in a world shut away from everything. All of his senses had shut off. How much time had passed? I didn't disappear. As soon as that realization hit Nasiko, he heard a voice echoing from somewhere.
急に数値が、ここは汚染が。
まずいわ、逃げましょう。待って、この程度なら AD があれば問題ない数値のはずだよ。
Is that June? The other voices. As Harrington returned, followed quickly by his side. Hello, saw you. I saw a girl I was quite familiar with standing there within the flames. Saw you? Why I saw you here? No, first things first. Why have my senses come back? What's happening? Just then, someone besides the man looked at Sayu and spoke up.
三宮さん。
Professor? She wasn't wearing her glasses, but there was no mistaking that it was Aina. What's Professor Bakiyama doing here? What on earth is going on right now? Besides the men were June and Anna, all surrounded by flames. As Ansiko struggled to process everything in this extreme confusion, and shouted at Sayu.
落ち着け。そんなに警戒しなくていい。俺たちは君を助けに来たんだ。
But predictably, the terrorist's persuasive words to Sayu fell on deaf ears. She turned around and ran away. Yun and the man pursued her.
レイズちゃん、どうして逃げるのさ。私だよ、ジュンだよ。
待て待て待て。
9307ミリシーベルト。
That's extremely high.
おいおい、勘弁してくれよ。
I believe the threshold was 8,000 before AD stopped working.
隊長はそっちよ。
おう。
Jun and the man chased Sayu into an area contaminated by radiation. The man was assailed by an intense headache and numb skin, and the pain propagated to Nesiko as well. Are these the effects of the radiation? Then Sayu must be taking the same radiation damage too. As he thought that, he got a glimpse of Sawyer's back in the corner of the man's eye.
待て頼む待ってくれ
Sawyer seemed to be in pain. The bandage on the left arm was oozing with blood. Asiko promptly screamed at the man.
よせその子を追うな止まれ彼女を追うんじゃないう
るせえ黙れ
The man rejected Nasiko's cry and ran even faster. Those words set off a seething rage within Nasiko for the terrorist that killed him. You're not laying a finger on Sayu. Nasiko focused with all his spirit and destroyed the man's current memory of that very instant. The man appeared to have collapsed. So in the A route when this happened, we all thought that it was the radiation and that caused Watase to pass out, but now we know that isn't the case. We don't even know if it's really radiation. I think it's really obvious at this point that it's not radiation. And it's very curious to see that the moment AD was administered, Natsuko's consciousness was repressed, almost. Sayu's footsteps faded into the distance. I'm not sure if I read that line already. And as the man's consciousness became dim, it almost seemed to pull Natsuko's consciousness away with. Though he couldn't tell how many times he had felt that sense of vanishing, it didn't last very long. Eventually, a sharp sound echoed in the darkness, shaking Natsuko awake. Is that sound a watch alarm? As if five senses connected to the world, he heard the sounds of the man speaking, with the lieutenant echoing off in the distance. We seem to be jumping ahead quite a bit. I just need to see. Current chapter 1, 11, 16.
AD を投与してやろう
3本こちらへ
They're administering AD, so it's been an hour since they first administered. But why did I regain consciousness now of all things, or times? A prickling pain ran through the man's arm. It appeared that he just administered himself with AD. And just then, that sense of vanishing assailed Natsuko once more. Why am I going through this sensation once more? It happened each time the man administered AD. Don't tell me that's the sensations due to the AD, but I thought AD was an anti-radiation drug. Natsuko was beginning to realize something. Yeah, so am I, by the way. I can't seem to find it. I was looking for AD. I was hoping that AD was a tip. Since I'm starting to realize something, and I'll get back to it after this recording to see if my hunch plays out. I just need to see what AD stands for. I know that it was said in the A route, but I'm starting to piece two things together. Something possibly vital, but in the blink of an eye, the darkness consumed Nasiko's thoughts. Nasiko thought to himself in the darkness, what the hell's going on? Why are my senses cutting in and out intermittently? Is my lingering PC energy becoming unstable inside the man's head? But there was no way he could reach an answer. He had no information to work with, and without his 5 senses, the best he could do was guess. A ghost, huh? Right now, I'm an even more fleeting existence than I thought. Eventually, even his sense of time grew vague, and then he was abruptly greeted by his 4th awakening. In an instant, all his senses came back to him. What's the time? Half an hour later. Give or take.
森部、真ん中の部屋で落ち合おう。
了解。
What? Once Nasiko came to, he realized the man was running through a passageway. The man's intense headache and numbness of the skin faintly propagated to Nasiko. It's the same feeling as last time.
誰かいるか？いたら返事してくれ。
The man raised his voice as he searched through the room and moved on to the next. Eventually, the man's rushed, impatient thoughts faintly propagated to Nasiko, survivors, and AD. He was apparently looking for those 2 things.
森部、そっちはどうだ？
3部屋回ったけど何もなかったよ。
こっちもだ。じゃあ残りはこの部屋だけか。
The man was looking at had a nameplate reading Dr. Miyoko Tenkawa. This is Mom's office. That's right. This is where Yuri disappeared and I learned the truth. But then, who's that girl that looked exactly like her?
森部、入るぞ。 And as the 2 of them entered the room, June's watch chimed. もうか。
戻ろう隊長。3分経ったら戻るって約束したじゃん。
As he heard those words, Nasiko finally understood the situation. It seemed the 2 of them had designated a specific time frame for them to search and contaminated zone. I see, so that's why they're in such a rush. Wait. Now that I think about it, wasn't the place that Shisaoyu also a contaminated zone? Wait, don't tell me. There's a hypothesis came to Nasiko's mind. And he got evidence supporting that hypothesis once June and the man slipped out of the contaminated zone. Right as the man shut the security gate, Nasiko's five senses rapidly faded away. I knew it. My awakening has some sort of connection with the contaminated zones, and as he held that conviction, Nasiko's consciousness once again sank into the darkness. Once he was shut inside the darkness, Nasiko began to think. But even if I figured that out, what good does it do? I'm still nothing more than a ghost now, haven't I? Nasiko was struck with helplessness. But even so, it was only a few dozen minutes later. That he eventually reached a turning point. And it's from this point onwards where I will be totally blind. Welcome to chapter 2. The fifth awakening groggily began.
テロリストが危険。
9人の中にテロリストが。
ではこの6人の中にテロリストがいると？それはますますありえません。
Several people around the man were arguing about something. What's the situation this time? What's this about the terrorist? Don't tell me they figured out the man's true colors. But how? I could have sworn I erased his memories.
わかった。ちょっと落ち着こうみんな。
何よ隊長さん、あなただけ何も意見を言ってないじゃない。
Once Nasiko regained his sight, he first saw Anna's face. Near her were June, the lieutenant, the girl, and Ukita. Even Mr. Ukita's in Lapo? Why? I still don't trust him, by the way. I said before in my route A and B playthroughs that I didn't trust Utika. I mean, Mr. Ukita had that guest lecture, he said.
万が一の事態が発生した際には自動的に放射能漏洩防止システムが作動。
Also, he was the one that alluded to bad things would be happening. And like I said, ever since the A route, I did not trust him. Plus, what if... I'll get back to this after I get to the point where my own personal save file caught up with this playthrough. I'll save that theory for then.
無数に設置された隔壁やゲートが閉鎖され、放射性物質の拡散を完全にシャットアウトします。
He should have very well known that he could have been locked in the ground in the case of a meltdown. So why did Mr. Ukita stay behind during the evacuation? Was he really the sleeper agent? For a moment, he saw Ukita in a suspicious light, but... No, wait a second. Something's not right if you think about it. If Mr. Ukita were in with the terrorists, then he would have escaped as soon as the meltdown happened. But at any rate, I still don't know why he stayed in the ground. What's more, it's odd that Professor Tsubakiyama's here too. What business would a high school teacher have in a place like this? His doubt didn't stop there. He was still completely in the dark about who Yuri's lookalike was, or why she was here. It's no use. There's just way too many things I don't understand. Fine, in that case, let Naziko recall the time he dived into Mashiro's memories. I want to know. He focused on that wish with all his spirit. At that moment, all of the man's memories, starting from when he had awoken, floated before Naziko's eyes. Memories of a heroic struggle in the midst of a hopeless situation. The announcement of a case N and the subsequent lockdown of all the bulkheads. The encounter with Enna and Ukita were trapped below. The pressing fires, the spreading radiation, the lack of AD, difficult search for survivors. And the gruesome murders that occurred within the inescapable walls of Labo. To overcome those countless hardships, the man threw himself into danger and kept on advancing regardless of any injuries he had sustained. Eventually, they reached an escape route. The cargo lived in Area 6. But what was waiting for them there was the control panel Naziko destroyed. And the corpse of an unfamiliar girl. That's right, she is still the biggest question mark in this whole story. Naziko's consciousness returned from the man's memories and linked back to the present. Before I knew it, all eyes were on the man.
何よ急に黙って。
なんだ今のは。
The man appeared to be thoroughly confused himself. Naziko gasped at the sign. Don't tell me you saw those memories the same time I did. If that were the case, then the man had relived his memories of 3 hours in the span of a few seconds. Not his memories as a terrorist, but rather his memories as a rescue worker known as Watase Kasasaki. The current Watase was an almost completely different person compared to the homicidal murderer. And memory loss alone caused such a drastic change in someone. If the man's true self was how he was before he lost his memory, then where in the world did the current Watase get his personality from? But there were more pressing matters for Nasiko to ponder. In any case, murders in Labo. What's going on here? I think the 2 rescue workers who died were probably the terrorists from back then, but what kind of labo researcher would go so far as to kill a girl like that? And for what purpose? If all of those incidents happened after the book had shut, then does that mean the perpetrator is among the people present? Yes then, what if they looked around at everyone as though he too shared Nasiko's doubts? This was Ukita. Is Mr. Ukita the sleeper agent? Or did he merely get dragged into this mess? If Mr. Ukita is in fact a sleeper agent, then maybe he double-crossed the terrorist for some reason. I think he is very suspicious, and I'll get to this at the end of the video. At the very least, that brings up the possibility that he killed the 2 terrorists. Next was Anna. I don't want to think of Professor Tebakiyama as a murderer, but if she isn't, then what she's even doing here? After she refused to cooperate with us when we asked for her help, she's the last person I expected to see here. She explained to everyone that she came here because of a staff member called her up, but I'm not so sure about that. And next came the 2 other rescue workers. Junior Lieutenant Tachibana are in the same rescue squad as the terrorists, but as far as I can tell from how they've acted so far, they seem trustworthy enough. Especially Yoon. I definitely can't see her killing anyone ever. And finally, what does he turn to look at the girl who called herself Yuri, but
ユーリが
本当だ。どうして？
and Otasei looked around in a panic. He got a glimpse of her from behind.
いた。第5エリアに行った。
Otasei and the rest of the group split up and searched for Yuri once she ran off into Area 5.
ユーリは内州島が汚染区域だということを知らない。もしそこに逃げていたとしたら。
Those thoughts were imbued with a righteous desire to save people, as if it were only second nature to him.
行け。彼女を助けろ。
Nasuka approved of Otasei's intentions as he ran into the contaminated zone. As Prokyon's alarm blaring, Otasei found Yuri in front of the elevator hall.
ユーリ。
やっぱり追ってきてくれたんですね。
やっぱりって、そりゃそうだろ。それよりユーリ、ここは危険なんだ。汚染区域なんだよ。
いつもそうやって心配してくれるんですね。でもだったらどうしてあの時あんなひどいことをしたんですか？
Those words confused both Nasuhiko and Otasei. Something so horrible? What could she be talking about? There wasn't any applicable answer to be found within Otasei's memories, but
本当に忘れてしまったんですか？ 私はもう少しで死んでしまうところでした。火の中に置き去りにされて本当に怖かった。なのに私を助けたのも隊長さんだった。
Once he heard that, Nasiko finally understood. I see, he probably knew of what to say from before he lost his memories. If that were the case, then of course you would be confused as to why Watase currently seemed to be a completely different person. Yuri stepped up to Watase and spoke up.
お願いです、隊長さん。教えてください。
Let me know your mind. Wait. Does that mean she's communicated too? As soon as that thought hit Nasiko, I saw the memory flickered in Watase's brain. Is this a memory of when we fought? But why didn't I erase all his memories? A moment later. Watase screamed. I made a mad dash out of the elevator hall. His mind was whirling with intense fear. For some reason, he was equating Yuri with his memory of Nasiko's from back then. Nasiko recalled the mental voice he heard from Watase right before the memory erasure.
コミュニケーターは人間じゃない。心を侵食する怪物だ。これは怪物退治だ。やらなければやられるぞ。殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ殺せ。
Don't tell me his emotions from back then are coming back. Crap. He's going to be in danger if this keeps up. In an attempt to save Yuri, Nasiko once again sought to destroy Watase's current memory. Disappear. At that very moment, Watase's mouth spewed blood and vomit. So, somehow, BC-related things, causes, symptoms that look very similar to radiation poisoning? That seems awfully convenient. What's this all of a sudden? It couldn't be an effect of erasing his memory, could it? As he thought about it, what if he also fainted when Nasiko erased his memory to give Zayu a chance to escape? It seemed that the bodily damage of memory erasure was no laughing matter. If I keep doing this, will it end up killing him? Watase's consciousness was rapidly fading away. Crap. If this bastard dies now, then... Nasiko's current existence was extremely unstable, as he had lost his flesh and was no more than a consciousness lingering inside Watase's brain. If Watase, the host body so to speak, were to die, then would I disappear too? Screw that, I don't want to disappear. There was no way he could disappear without knowing the full story behind this incident, without solving the mystery behind the girl who called herself Yuri. I really hate to admit it, but I'm in the same boat as this bastard. This isn't the time to just give up and die. Wake the hell up, Watase Kasasaki. Nasiko wished with all his strength. And Watase Lane's consciousness with a scream. Alright, he's holding out for now. I had wasted time, but probably not that much. How's the girl? But by the time what to say, we're back into the elevator hall. Yuri had already disappeared. Afterwards, Motose and the others concluded the search for Yuri for the time being and regrouped in the neuroscience laboratory in Area 5.
私は地下2階を探していたんだけど、どこにもいなかったわ。
僕もだが。
やはり見失ってしまいましたか。
As he watched everyone give the reports with depressed faces, Naziko thought to himself, I ended up helping her escape. But was that really the right choice? Well, it's not like I had a choice back then. As Naziko agreed with himself, he focused on the laboratory itself, the sight of all the equipment ready there. Began to bother him. That's strange. Laboratories like these usually experiment on mice and stuff, don't they? So I thought the equipment here is skilled for human use. As Sansiko pondered on that observation, Yukita suddenly started interrogating what to say.
だいたい君はどうして地下に降りてきたんだね。なぜ記憶を失った？
Oh, this is the part where Yukita blames what to say for everything. Blames or puts all the suspicion on him.
それは
外傷による記憶喪失は時間とともに回復するのが常だ。なのにいつまで経っても回復しない。妙ではないかね。
And now we know that's because Naziko keeps destroying his memories.
浮田さん、何か言いたいことがあるの？
あるとも。それは隊長さんの記憶喪失は嘘なのではないかということだよ。
そんな、なぜそんな嘘をつく必要があるんですか？
何か隠したいことがあるからだ。そう思ったのさ。いや、実を言ってしまえば僕は最初からそう睨んでいたんだ。
What's gotten into Mr. Yukita all of a sudden? Is he blaming Yuri's disappearance on what to say? Does that mean Mr. Yukita wasn't one of what to say's comrades? As Naziko pondered that thought, what is objected to Yukita's accusation?
俺は何も悪いことはしていない。たとえ記憶がなかろうと。
ならばその潔白を証明してくれたまえ。
What is he was pierced by everyone's suspicious stares? Yukita's accusation was persuasive enough. But if their suspicion of him grows any stronger, what will happen to what to say? If they restrain him, it will restrict my ability to act too, won't it? Also, in the off chance that Mr. Ukita was the one who killed everyone, if there's discord between the terrorists inside this facility, then Ukita could very well end up killing Watase anyway. In which case, Natsuhiko's spirit would likely vanish as well. What do we do? It doesn't look like Mr. Ukita is willing to give up on his suspicions of the current Watase. Should I try temporarily restoring the bastard's memories? No, I can't. If I did, that would truly be the revival of a murderer in itself. Then what should I do? What the hell can I do? As he searched for options, I suddenly remembered the lesson from a few days ago.
つまるところ BC ってのは脳と脳の直接的コミュニケーションなの。例えばテレパシーは脳の聴覚を司る場所に実際に音を聞いた時と同じ反応を与えるのね。
つまり一種の錯覚なんですよね。
そうね。でも脳が認識するということはそもそも錯覚的なのかもしれないわよ。ということは理論上働きかけられるのは聴覚だけじゃない。BC の可能性は無限なのよ。
I see. If I can cause the brain to hallucinate in senses other than just hearing, if Nasiko could deceive not just what I say is hearing, but his sight, his touch, and his sense of time, as well as his awareness itself, it could, in essence, fabricate a memory within the mind. Can I do it? I've got no choice, I have to. Nasiko immediately focused his mind and roomed its way into almost said Nasiko, into Watase's consciousness. He could feel time was flowing slowly compared to the real world. Let's see, in short, all I need to do is prove that Watase was conducting rescue squad activities, so Nasiko began by projecting his own memories.
あなたたちは？
我々はラボから要請を受け救助活動に来たレスキュー隊だ。
レスキュー隊？
君たちは要救助者だね。
ええ、偶然ここにいて巻き込まれてしまったんです。
Nasiko focused hard on that vision, plant the memory into what is his mind. Nasiko concentrated on it even harder than he would when using telepathy. Did it make it through? Well, Nasiko asked himself that. He saw the new vision floating among what is his memories. It's working. BC can be used to fabricate memories. I've had enough experience with Watase's point of view, so if I apply or join memories to good use, it should be easy for me to create new ones from scratch. Next, you should create the image that Watase's comrades are proper rescue workers as well. Nasiko concentrated once more.
我々はラボから要請を受け救助活動に来たレスキュー隊だ。
I think that's what the first guy was like, the other one was.
気づかなきゃいいものは。あの時もう少し痛めつけておけばよかった。仏心を出したのがまずかったな。
Okay, good, but going by my memory of him would make him out to be the obvious terrorist. So, Nasiko used the voice he heard in Second Man, used as a base to manipulate the vision. Does the man said something else? Oh my god, what's that voice? No. A little bit more.
隊長、地下に要救助者が。すぐに来てくれ。
Okay, a vision like that's sure to work. Nasiko then moved on to imagine the man conducting rescue activities. "6:42 a.m. Odyssey received a radio transmission from one of his subordinates and went down to the basement. Several minutes after that, he ran in the basement with his two subordinates. Odyssey was wearing his protection suit. his bonus for wearing ones as well.
隊長、こっちだ。こっちで足音が聞こえたんだ。
And eventually, they encountered the children.
通報を受けて救助に来たんだよ、きっと。
助かったおーい助けてください。
要救助者だ。
That vision floated amidst Hotase's memories. Alright, looks like this will work. But this still lacks credibility, so...
名前は？
夏彦と真白、それからこっちはサリュです。
サリュ？
それはあだ名。三宮ルイーズユイを縮めた。
そうか。
Hotase looked at his watch as he spoke, and hands pointed to 6:52. Hotase's memory was appended with that detail as well. Professor Tabakiyama is the only one here who should know Sayu's nickname, so hopefully that's what gets her to believe him. Wait, what? Just then, Naziko noticed a certain oddity about the memory I just forged. What does his watch turn into my watch? But why would that happen? By changing someone's memories? Do my own memories have an effect on them? Is that it? He tried thinking about it, but he couldn't quite understand the reason why. It bugs me, but I guess there's no helping it. Let's continue. Knowing Sayu's nickname might not be sufficient evidence on its own. If Professor Tsubakiyama doesn't pick up on it, then it's all over. I need to add one more memory to gain everyone's trust for sure. As he considered that requirement, Masiko figured out what would make the perfect evidence. And then I think about it, a few hours ago, back when he and Masho had been locked up in Area 5, they had entered Miyoko Tenkawa's office in a search for a security guard. There it is. I was looking for this image. And inside this modest desk drawers, Nazika discovered several metal boxes packed with medical ampules. I didn't realize it back then, but that must have been AD, right? The thing I was looking for in the depths earlier was that I just realized something. It sure is convenient or coincidental that AD is short for alone desire, and when applied to a person, a second consciousness within that person is blocked out, as if it's used to literally be alone. That can't be a coincidence. Motse and Yun had later went into Miyoko Tenkawa's office and found 5 ampules of AD, but they didn't find the ones inside the desk drawers. They would just bestow what to say with his memory of the AD.
こんなところに AD が。施設内にもこんな大量に保管されていたのか。
Naziko bestowed what to say with that memory and returned to reality. And as soon as he did, he heard what to say shout.
隊長、落ち着いてください。隊長。
大丈夫？
ああ、
大丈夫だ。それより思い出した。
え？思い出したって、まさか。
記憶が戻ったんだ。
And as a result of his memory, Nazika had bestowed upon him, Odyssey was able to dodge suspicion. And we also know now why it was so convenient that Odyssey's memory would return at that time in the A route. After they had discovered AD in Miyoko Tanakawa's office, Odyssey and the others discussed their plans going forward.
さて、話がまとまったところで、それより大事な話をしよう。
ユーリさんのことですね。
ああ、この広い施設ではぐれちまったのは非常にまずい。
それに夏彦くんたちのことも気になるよ。ラボ内を全域捜索したのに見つからなかった。
やはり彼らも移動しているんでしょう。もしくは見落としているか。
Nazika pondered to himself as she listened in on the conversation. Much aside since she escaped to the surface. I guess that means the problem is whether or not Yuri and Xiaoyu are safe, huh? That and where I am, I guess. Thinking about the topic of his own whereabouts made him feel hopeless. With what to say and the others having already concluded the search of most of Labo, there was only one place remaining where Nazika's body could be. Area N. That was the only logical place. They're saying there's a raging fire going on there, but even if her body escaped being incinerated by some miracle, it's probably been exposed to ungodly amounts of radiation. I guess there really is no chance at all that I'm still alive. Though it was something he had already anticipated. Nazika was still depressed to learn that he didn't even have a glimmer of hope. Maybe I should be grateful that I still even have a consciousness here, but he had no idea how long that would last. The lingering busy energy in what is his brain would die out that very same moment, erasing Naziko from all existence. But still, I've been awake for quite a while this time, haven't I? Just a while ago my consciousness would cut in and out like crazy, but what changed that? As Naziko questioned that fact, Odyssey glanced at his Procyon. It read 4,531. The value is rising? Now that I think about it, my consciousness had been awakening and contaminated sounds. Wait a minute. What was the AD tolerance level?
安全基準値が4000ミリシーベルト以内。これは AD 投与の上なら被爆の危険は皆無という値です。
That was a conversation Watase had with Asami in his memories. What if my consciousness stopped cutting out once the radiation level surpassed the AD tolerance level? But how would it even work? I mean, if it stopped cutting out after the tolerance level, that means that AD is actively suppressing your consciousness. I guess that all but confirms that the name Alone Desire isn't a coincidence. A plausible reason Haseko came up with was that as the radiation grew stronger, it would damage Vortice's body, thereby lowering the man's consciousness level. And conversely, Naseko's consciousness and sensation would be given more room to return. If consciousness is a type of energy, then that conjecture holds some water, doesn't it? As Naseko's thoughts ran about, Vortice spoke up in a tense voice.
このペースで汚染が進めば、いずれ施設内の全域が8000ミリシーベルトを超えるかもしれないな。
そうなれば AD があってもなくても一緒か。
If that's the case, then both Xiaoyu and that girl are by no means safe. After that, the group's discussion progressed and eventually decided on a course of action. It was split up into 2 teams and began the search that way, as to not overlook any of the survivors. Okay, and I'll help out as much as I can. Vortice teamed up with Kazami and Ukita. The 3 of them then left the neuroscience lab. Vortice's team quickly went through Area 4 to begin searching Lab once more. But they failed to find either Xiaoyu or Yuri, and ended up in Area 3.
何か焼けてるんじゃないのか？
ええ、この匂い一体どこから？
As they traced the smell to its source, they found the fire burning in the emergency staircase.
消えかかってた炎が再燃したのか？
階段の影になっていたせいでスプリンクラーでは鎮火しきれなかったみたいですね。
Kasumi went to take out the firehouse. Immediately afterwards, Vortice found the fire extinguisher besides the fire and felt a sense of danger for some reason. What is this?
隊長、ホースを。
Kasumi soon started to come back with the fire hose.
立花、こっちに来るんじゃない。戻れ。
Huh? In that moment, countless warning sirens blared away in Vortice's head.
危ない。
足が。
Kasumi injured her leg. Vortice parted with Ukita and brought Kasumi to the surveillance room. And after he had treated Kasumi, Vortice chased after Ukita and resumed searching Labo. And here it is. "1309, doubt irritation, and if I'm correct, this is the exact same point where I stopped reading for myself. So that's why this part is almost an hour long, since I wanted to reach the point where until I stopped reading for myself. So this is the last part where I was not blind. So next time it will be all new content for me too. So I already shared my thoughts about the Alone Desire, the AD, and how that doesn't seem to be a coincidence to be named like that. Last thing I wanted to discuss before I end this video is Yukita's involvement and what I think about it. Yukita knew that something was going to happen. So I think the only way he knew was if he was involved somehow, which is already suspicious on its own. And I also think if they really want to pull something like this off on this scale in the facility, this secure, they would need to have somebody on the inside that knew every nook and cranny of this facility. I don't think they would want to risk failing the operation, and I think if they would only send in terrorists disguised as rescue workers, I think there would be a chance that they would fail. That's why I think that Yukita is also a terrorist, or at least involved. And either he doesn't know what to say is also a terrorist, or maybe he's purposely trying to make what to say look suspicious in order to throw off suspicion of himself. So yeah, next time the playthrough will be totally blind again. I'm very looking forward to that. I hope you all enjoyed. And until next time,